Hi there, my little sweet corn fritters. This is Cornbread. I hope all of you have been very well. This video is going to be a lot different than what I started out doing, but I have to explain some things. Mainly, I have to explain why I like Asian entertainment and and why I do. And I'm going to say a controversial uh, statement at the front because has been something I personally believe with all my heart is that Hollywood is dead. There's no originality anymore. All you get is horror shows, horror movies, hardly anything with substance whatsoever. It's like Hollywood is just making movies just to make movies, just to make money and profit. Has nothing to do with the film adaptations or has anything to do with the creativity. Creativity went off the rails in the early 2000s when it came to movies. No originality, regurgitating, reforming, doing a lot of revamps of old classics. It's just like Hollywood is just regurgitating what they've already told, and they could care less about creativity or substance or matter or how it makes you feel. Because the last American movie I watched that was recent was actually a Marvel movie, and that has been a couple months ago. And what I can tell you is I did not feel anything through watching it. All I thought was Marvel is doing what Marvel Studios does, which is bring out movies that just have action scenes for the hell of having action scenes and doing the the um, the special effects just to do the special effects. And the actors now that have been doing these characters for many, many years now are flat with their acting. It's like they've lost the plot, lost the soul of the original character, of why they did the character that they did. Why is certain actors these certain heroes? It's just like they're just doing it for clout or whatever. And that's my personal opinion. There is no, whenever the last Marvel movie I watched, just didn't have any soul to it. I did not leave the theater. I wasn't in a theater. I was actually at my house. And I just sat back and I just spent 2 hours watching a film from Hollywood with beloved Marvel characters, and I just feel so empty inside because there's nothing that was taken away from there. I did not laugh. I did not cry. I did not connect with this movie whatsoever on a base level of, oh, I'm watching a Marvel movie. Then, after Marvel movies, what is there? Grotesque horror films. And when I say grotesque, they're grotesque. They're gross. And I cannot enjoy horror films like that. Do I enjoy horror? Yes, I do. I enjoy horror a lot. Old horror. I'm talking about, when I say old horror, I'm going back to Vincent Price, 1960s horror movies with like with horror films like Hammer Horror, which, gosh, they did some of the best horror films ever for that decade and era. And they made you feel things. They made you feel your emotions. The older, like, for instance, the original House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price. Oh my goodness. The house itself is a character in that story. Like, in that iteration, in the original iteration of House on Haunted Hill, and the creaks and the squeaks of the house, and it grips you in a way that no other horror film has ever gripped somebody before, because you're like, well, I'm not expecting some serial killer or whatever. This house is a living, breathing element and it's killing people. And it's like, you just feel like, like, y'all need to get out of that house. That house ain't right. But it's like, but most horror films now are just grotesque because they're slasher movies. They could care less about substance of why are you scared? What is the fear element? And it's just one thing after another out of Hollywood that I just feel personally in my heart, and this is my opinion, and I will say it again on this video, Hollywood is dead. There's no way around it. All they care is about money, not the storylines, especially not the storylines. They don't care about gripping one's heart anymore. They just do movies just to do movies, and it's all for profit. No creativity whatsoever anymore in Hollywood. So that segues into Asian entertainment from across the ocean, which is Asian entertainment. Like, why is it that Cornbread, myself, loves Asian entertainment? Well, first off, it is the storylines. Going to Japanese animation, which I totally, without a doubt, love. Now, there are some animes that I will be coming out with and reviewing in the future that I totally disagree with the creators of, and I will absolutely, totally disagree with the story and the messaging within those animes. So look for those videos on my critique with them. But as anime as a whole, the storylines are so wonderful. Now, this is going way back to original Japanese animation creation of the mecha subgenre of Japanese animation, and that is, I think it is so cool. One of my favorite animes of all time is Neo Genesis Evangelion. Now, that anime makes you feel things within your heart that you just can't imagine that you would be feeling. But when you watch that, you get a deep sense of Shinji, who is the main character. Shinji's desperate approval of his father and getting his father's love. And that is the main story motif within this mecha show, which is all about these aliens that come down here and he's destroying Earth, and Shinji's father, who is the main creator of the mecha, or what the mechas are, need his son to come, not because he loves his son and he wants to take care of his son and he wants to hang out with his son. No, his son owes him something just because he's his son, and he owes him to be a mecha pilot. And so whenever Shinji is excited initially, I'm going to work with my father. He loves me now. He wants to spend time with me. And soon he sees he could care less about him. All of a sudden you start feeling a deep sense of loss, sorrow, and depression. And why is that? Because the creator of Neo Genesis Evangelion at that time was going through very bad, very bad depression. And it shows within his animation and with the ending of Neo Genesis Evangelion as well, of the sense of loss. And he gets to where it's almost like the creator of this anime gets to where it's like, I don't even want to touch it no more. I'm too depressed to even finish this story whatsoever. So here's this ending. And at first you're caught off guard and you're like thinking to yourself, as I did the first time I watched it as a teenager, oh my gosh, he just left it open ended. Is he that silly? And then the older I got, I rewatched it with new framing to know that this creator was under so much depression when he made it, and it made me cry. Honestly, for this creator of this show, because he showed a vulnerable spot of himself within his creation and within his animation, and it was so in depth, and it just got your heart, and you really understood, oh my goodness, this guy is going through deep depression, the creator, and he's not softballing it in his show. So that is like one of the reasons why I love Japanese animation, because these creators, boy howdy, they will show their raw emotions into their storylines, and the storylines themselves, don't get me wrong, are wonderful. Like, to this day, I think one of the most wonderful storylines of an anime ever is Sailor Moon, and that will be another video for another time. But another reason why I love Asian entertainment, and not just the Japanese animation, but I also love the manhwas, the mangas, the Chinese, Japanese, any type of Asian graphic novel. I love the stories of. I love the fact that Japanese creators are deciding to breach the gap with South Korea, and allowing them to animate some of their manhwas, and I'm talking about Solo Leveling, and why Ray Liotta ended up at the Duke's Mansion, which will be two different videos. Then I'm not going to explain that any further in here. Then you have the music of Asian entertainment, from the traditional Chinese music to the traditional Japanese music with the eru, and then you get into J-pop, K-pop, K-dramas, Chinese dramas, and these storylines are unlike anything that I have ever watched over here in the States, and I really do enjoy them, and that is one of the reasons, the most of the reason why I love Asian entertainment, because they haven't lost their soul. They haven't lost the point of why they're making this. Yeah, are they making it to make money? Yes, but when you watch their entertainment, you're caught off guard and you really start to feel things. Whereas, like I said, Hollywood is dead, you don't feel nothing but a sense of loss. Whenever I view a thing that is made by Hollywood anymore, it's soulless. It's empty. There's no. Whenever I watch it, I don't feel chills. I don't feel emotions. I just feel this deep sense of what the hell did I just watch? And why did I spend 2 hours, 3 hours of my life watching this garbage? Because everybody on the internet here in America said, "Oh, you need to watch that movie. That movie is so good." And then I sat there and watched it for 2 hours, and I'm going, these people must have been paid by the people to comment this, because I don't feel nothing. I think it's just terrible. But going back there with my channel, which will be Asian entertainment mostly, I could do, if my little sweet corn fritters are interested in going back and reviewing and talking about some of the American entertainment that I do love, but it is some of these are very decades old. But I guess it doesn't matter, because this is the internet, and this is my channel, and I want to express myself fully to you about my love for Asian entertainment, and also some American entertainment that way back in the day I really did love and enjoy. So I hope all of you sweet little corn fritters are having a wonderful day, and I hope all of you have a good day. And cornbread is out for now. Bye bye.